Is your foliage floating above your landscape like this? And is your landscape warping like this when you zoom in and out? If you go to your landscape LOD settings and change the max LOD to 0, this will stop this behavior because the foliage is basing its calculations off of LOD 0, but when we move, the landscape LOD changes. Setting the landscape LOD to 0 basically makes the landscape stay at LOD 0, and therefore everything stays at 0. If you're still having problems after changing this, something else that might be happening is the size of your foliage. I'm going to change my foliage to something bigger and just paint one instance at a time. And you can see it's sticking out, kind of floating there. Here is the comparison in size between these two foliage types I used. And you can see the larger one is a large disc that just sits on top of the slope. The only way to fix that would be to add special physics to the mesh so it bends onto the landscape. Otherwise, I would suggest changing the ground slope angle settings to 0 so that when you paint this foliage, it will only paint on flat surfaces. You can see I'm trying to paint and it plays it safe and only paints when it's on a flat surface, where the foliage works fine on. If you're still getting floating foliage and you don't have a large piece of foliage, there's one more thing I would say to check. I'm going to paint one instance of this other foliage example I have, and you can see these small chunks are floating. If we actually look at the foliage, it is made up of a bunch of small chunks. It's not actually a single small chunk. Therefore, it is behaving sort of like the large foliage we just saw. It is attaching itself to the landscape on one of its corners, but the rest of the instance is floating horizontally because they're all part of the same piece. So in conclusion, the best way forward would be to make sure you're using small foliage pieces and keep your landscape LOD at 0. And hopefully this tutorial helped you understand the underlying issue of the problem, even if you need to increase your LOD to something higher than 0. Thanks for watching.